So this is my first time doing this. This is actually really weird for me. But anyway, okay, how do I say this? It's been a really long year and semester, and sorry, let me turn the lighting away. It's made to light my painting, not me. Makes me look. That's a little better. Okay, so everything's been really crazy. I haven't been keeping up with videos, and hopefully I am not actually expecting anyone to watch this. A strange part of me kind of hopes no one watches this. But anyway, this is for the people who decide to watch it, and I guess a lot for me just to help me kind of get in a healthier headspace, I guess. But to kind of like also help people catch up because I feel like I've gotten so behind on videos that I'm going to take a new route with my videos because I've just been filming and filming and I haven't had enough time to edit and upload because of college. So while I am doing my painting homework, I thought I would invite you guys along to watch while I paint. My art room is a mess because it's an art room, but for my art history class, or the history of illustration, mind you, we have to choose a painting to copy, and I have no notes with me, so I don't actually remember who painted this, but this is the painting that I'm going to try to copy today. I thought it would be very helpful for my portfolio because in general, I have trouble doing skin colors, so I thought it would be just a wonderful experience to try to like paint an African skin tone color because I think that always looks so beautiful, and I think that as an artist, I should have a wide portfolio as possible. So if someone wants me to paint someone of a different ethnicity, I'm not going to freak out and be like, "Oh, I only know how to do white people," because that's not good. So I don't want people to freak out and think I'm racist for drawing or painting a black person, but I also don't want people to think I'm racist for not knowing how to paint them. So please just, this is for class. Please, I love all people. I believe all people are created by God, and as an artist, I just love studying all people. And I'm going to be using the quick method, which means that I have my my paper all prepped, and I am going to be using transfer paper just to outline a quick composition of this. A lot of people will say this is cheating. I'm good at compositions. I can sketch this composition out, but honestly, it's for class, and the assignment is to copy. So we're supposed to make an exact replica of the painting. So honestly, I feel no problem using transfer paper on it. And so this is going to be a little bit of an interesting night because my setup is made for either a camera or my phone camera, but lo and behold, I found out that according to YouTube, I am not popular enough to live stream from my phone. So I had to get my computer out, and so if the angle is terrible or the sound is terrible, that's not how the night was supposed to go, but we're going to try to go with it. So excuse me while I try to adjust you guys so you can see properly. Yes, this is my camera you were supposed to be watching from, and it's beautifully arranged right on top, but that's not going to do us any good, so I'll move it over there. Okay, I mean, it works. Maybe if I put you guys up here. Oh yeah, okay. I mean, it's not the best setup, but you can see me. I can see no one. I can see myself on the screen, which is not very encouraging, but we'll go with it. Oh goodness, is it not dry? I tried to have this prepared so that I wouldn't have to use my hair dryer while camera was on, because I didn't want to be that person. But all right, I'm just gonna line this up and trace, and I'll probably just rant talk and kind of explain what's been going on. And so let's see, where do we start? It's been that kind of year. I'm trying to even decide where to start from. So all summer, you've probably seen the videos coming out. All summer I was planning my wedding, and I've gotten married to the most amazing man in the world, the love of my life. But I mean, I just want to be completely honest here. My husband probably will watch this, but he understands. My family will watch this. Like, I love the guy. I don't regret anything. I need to give a honest life update right now. And so starting with that is the idea that I spent I spent most of the summer. Hopefully you guys can hear me from over there. Wonder if I should log in on my phone and check. Honestly, by the end of this video, I might delete it because I hate the way I look and sound on camera, and I have not gotten prettied up or anything for this. So if I watch this back later, I might just delete it, but for now, we're gonna go with it. But I spent all summer just planning my dream wedding, and it was so beautiful, and I was so happy. But I mean, everyone gets those wedding jitters, and the wedding, no matter how far ahead you plan, always comes up too quick. So I would say that I don't know if I would change anything about my wedding because it was a perfect wedding day, but I definitely had a lot more things planned than actually happened. But that's just that I'm just trying to put you in my mindset. So first off, I had spent the whole summer planning. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I didn't even get a job this summer because I wanted to work on art and planning my wedding. And so I was hoping that would kind of relieve some stress. And it did a little bit. But another problem that was just over the summer was the fact that my now husband lived in Indiana, where we live now, and I was living in Michigan. And so it was like, we weren't on a different time zone. Indiana and Michigan are in the same time zone, and they're literally touching states. So like, I know people can have some like sob stories about living on different continents, but I mean, I would still call 3.5 hours long distance. Like, and plus he was working, and he was just, I mean, we tried to get together as much as possible, but we both knew that it wasn't going to happen super often. So that's just where we were at, just as a precursor. So, and in general, starting my freshman year of college, I'm a junior right now in college at Indiana Wesleyan University. Hopefully none of my teachers find this because that'd be a little, I mean, they're welcome to look at my videos, but my art teacher looking at me tracing. He said we were allowed to, but it's not the most impressive thing to do as an artist. But, where was I going with that? Yeah. In general, I kind of already had problems with depression and anxiety since freshman year of college. And so that was one reason that I took the summer off. I decided I was not going to work because, I mean, dealing with life changes, even if it's a happy life change, is always going to be really world shaking. Like, I'm a missionary kid, if I've never mentioned that on the channel, but I was born in Colombia, Bogota, and I grew up in Mexico, Puebla. And so I think I spent 8 years in Mexico. So at one point of time, a majority of my life was in Mexico. I guess right now it might be about a third, little under half of my life in Mexico. Hold on, what did I do with my paint palette? Sorry, I'm so unorganized right now. This is just, I feel like I've just been moving and moving and moving and not really processing my life up to this point. Like, I used to be really good at that because I used to be really good at that because I knew how important it was. But as time went on and things got more busy, I haven't really taken the time to sit and process. And you don't even realize how important it is to process your life. Because it moves so fast. I mean, like, the reason people say that life goes by in a blink of an eye is because they don't take time to sit down and process it. And that's where I feel like I am right now. Satisfying. But, yeah, I've been really stressed and, okay, sorry, let me give you a time. This is why I don't do live videos. I'm not good at talking, so I'm just trying to paint and talk and hopefully get all my thoughts out here. I didn't want to make this a video because I've already had so much trouble keeping up with editing. I figured a live video, you don't have to edit whatever happens. You have to just live with. So, I mean, just to let you know, I'm home alone right now, so my husband might come home or bring some friends home. I don't know. I should have warned him, but I didn't, so it's okay. But a timeline for the summer up till now. So, yeah. Let me see, sophomore year, we were back, because freshman year ended in COVID, and we all got shut down. Sophomore year, we were back. Or wait. Yeah. Freshman ended in COVID. Sophomore, we were all wearing masks. And I think we did go online for a little bit. This year has gotten better. But so all over the summer, I was preparing for the wedding. The wedding came. I was a mess. I was stressed, but I was excited. I was very happy. I mean, It's okay to be nervous on your wedding day, but if you're not happy on your wedding day, you probably shouldn't be marrying that man. I was so happy on that wedding day, and I loved everything I had prepared and made for the wedding day. And so I guess so the getting engaged wasn't really a surprise because we had already discussed that we had wanted to get married. Like, the exact time of the engagement was a surprise. You probably saw that video of the engagement video. But overall, like, we had been planning and preparing for a life married. And I know that's not something you do very much anymore. I guess we're old-fashioned. I don't know. I think it's something that should definitely be done, in my opinion, just because I feel like you should. But either way, there was not room for us on campus. Since we go to a Christian campus, you would have to get married housing, which is very limited on campus. So they did not have room for us. So we spent a while finding a house to rent as close to campus as possible. And we were able to do that. We have a small but lovely and affordable house right now. And it's been really nice, but there is just that jarring feeling that I've kind of had to learn to deal with, of like the fact that the thing that you do in college is you live with your friends. I'm married and I live with my best friend now. But all my gal friends, like, I hang out with them as much as possible, but it's just not the same as living with them. I'm sure everyone realizes that. Like, it's something you try to prepare yourself for, but you can't. And so we've tried to make that transition as happy and smooth for everyone. It's been bumpy, and we know that. And if any of my friends watch this, I apologize. We're trying so hard. But so yes, we got married 2 weeks before we had to start school back up. And so we had already decided that we were just gonna do our honeymoon at home. To us, that's how we decided we best wanted to spend our time. Because of my anxiety, I don't do good with traveling, although I've traveled a lot of my life. Since my anxiety has started popping up so bad, I just decided that I would rather be comfortable in a safe home with my husband for the 2 weeks before we had to face the world. And so we did, and it was really nice. And like we didn't I think for like an anniversary we'll do the whole travel honeymoon thing, but we decided that we didn't want to do that. It wasn't just me, my husband agreed. Bless him, he would do that for me, but it was a mutual agreement. But these skin tones are hard to mix. Sorry. But we started college, and because of the masks, there was a little bit of drama in which my husband decided that to help support us financially and just not to he has had a really hard time with the COVID restrictions. He is a very outgoing person. I am very introverted, he's extroverted. So he's just had a hard time with the COVID thing. So he decided to take the semester off of college. So bless him, I think it was for the stories coming up. We realized that God was looking out for us, and that was actually the best plan for what came up. Because what came up out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, was I don't remember how far in I was. It was maybe a week into college. It was for context. Freshman year, I found out I had gallstones. And at the age of 19, I had my gallbladder removed. All fine and dandy, annoying, inconvenient, but it had to be done. It took a while. We ended up in he took me to the ER twice for I guess eating too much fat and having a gallbladder attack or something. It hurt so bad. But by the end of the year, I was able to get surgery to get my gallbladder removed. And that led me to like lose 30 pounds because I just could not eat any food that had fat in it until I had the surgery because it would send me to the ER. And let me tell you, sorry, this is coming from Mexico. Well, I guess they have fatty food in Mexico too, but I swear, Americans love to shove food or shove fat into everything. Like, I mean, everything. And so I lost 30 pounds. I went to, no, never mind. I don't want to say. You can calculate it if you want, but I'm not going to say. And so after that was done, after being on such a huge diet of not being able to eat because it was going to send me to the ER, after I had the surgery, they gave me some medicine that would help my body be able to handle fat more easily, because even though it wouldn't like send me to the ER if I ate fat, it would send me to the bathroom for a while. And so I started eating regularly again. It wasn't like I was gorging myself. Like, I know a lot of people get like a freshman 15, but it didn't really bother me that much. But the fact, like, after this experience, I'm never going to go on a diet again. Exercise, eating healthy, sure, but I'm never going to cut something completely out of my diet again. Because ever since, like, I got very low. Like, I lost a lot more weight than was recommended. I kind of just felt sickly. I'm a horse girl, honestly, and nothing to girls that like being skinny. I definitely want to lose weight now, but at the time, I'm a horse girl, and like, how you gauge if your horse is healthy is if you can see the ribs. So when I looked at myself in the mirror in my underwear and I saw my ribs, I was just like, no, not good. And so that led me to eventually being able to eat more and just be a lot healthier. And well, for a while it was just like I was feeling so much better. I could eat again. It was just happy, good times. But then my body, because when your body it goes into like starvation mode of when you start dieting and not giving your body food, it starts storing it up and preparing to like not eat food later. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard this. This is nothing new. But it was new to me. And so when I started eating regularly again, I started putting on so much weight. So to give you an idea of my health situation right now-ish, over the last year, I lost 30 pounds and afterwards gained 60 within a year. And I'm still gaining weight. I haven't been able to stop. And there have been a lot of other health problems, like I have not been able to how do you put this? So bad with words. That's why I do art. Okay. Let me get another thing. I also have other problems where I'm constantly freezing cold. Like, it will be 75 degrees in the house because my husband lets me turn up the heat a little bit, but I'll still be under 3 blankets and shivering. And I know some people say that's just a girl thing, but, like, it's gotten to the point where the cold, like, hurts. And, like, if the air is cold outside, it feels like my throat closes up and I can't breathe. And, at first I thought, oh, it's anxiety. Oh, it's allergies. I found out I'm very good at excusing my body when it decides to be stupid. But eventually I did better. And I was like, okay, this is probably not good. Through the help of my husband, my friends, and my mother, they were like, you need to go see a doctor. And because I just got married and I'm living in a different state, I don't have health insurance. So that was another fun thing we had to do. We went to the school nurse practitioner, which is still cheaper, but I mean, we still had to pay like $60 for the visit, and who knows how much for the lab tests. We're still waiting for those to get back. So honestly, we're at the point where we don't know what's wrong with me. And got white on my hands. Lots of white. So I'm living in that lovely limbo of life. And because, I completely sidetracked. Yes. 2 weeks after we got married and a week after school started, I went to the hospital yet again, or the ER once again, because my stomach hurt. It hurt as much as when I had my gallbladders attacked, and we were just sitting there. My husband, out of, logic, because I'm very sissy when it becomes to throwing up. If I'm throwing up, I'm like, no, do whatever it takes to make it stop. And everything was hurting. It wasn't just the fact that I was throwing up. And so we were like, finally, like, okay, enough is enough. We need to go to the ER and figure out what's wrong. Turns out I had an inflamed appendix. Lovely. And so unlike my gallbladder, they were like, oh no, we're going to yank this sucker out now. So out of nowhere, I don't even remember if it was on the weekend. It was so crazy. Like, I just had to email my teachers and tell them that I was going into emergency surgery and could not be in class the next day. And my teachers, bless them, since it's a small school, they were with me when I had my gallbladder out freshman year, when my grandma died freshman year, when I had my wisdom teeth out sophomore year. They just know that I tend to get hurt. Not even hurt. I just tend to be ill. And so they were like, "Oh, don't even worry about it. Just don't die." Basically. They were just like, "Please just get better. Stop ending up in the ER." They were just like, "Just stop." They were just done with me. They were just like, "Sarah, you're a great kid. Stop getting in the ER." And so, anyway, I got my appendix out. It was actually a better experience than when I got my gallbladder out. But either way, because of, I don't even know, my vitals were off even after the surgery. So they had to keep me in the hospital for like an extra 3 days, which is not normal for an emergency appendectomy. So anyway, yeah. By the time I got home, the pain medicines that they had me on, I was basically sleeping all the time. I could not go to classes. I could not do homework. And my teachers knew that and they understood it. They were just like, "Go ahead." I had my excuse from the hospital. They'd given me a written excuse so that if any of my teachers decided to be a jerk, which none of them did, then I could get out of classes by permission of the hospital. Thankfully, while I did turn those in, I did not. All of my teachers were like, "Oh no, that's not necessary. We know that you were going through something not good." All right, hold on. Sorry. Let me just prepare to actually paint. This is always the scary part. Actually have to paint. But yeah, so I was a week behind in college. Which, if anyone has ever gone to college, like, yes, I'm an illustration major in college. So some people will be like, "Oh, that's easy. Like, that's the easiest major out there." Like, I don't know, maybe brain-wise, it's the easiest, but it's very project heavy. So, me being a week behind, like, I've tried to keep up with my YouTube. I film everything I paint, but editing and uploading, I to make sure that I didn't fail out of art in college, I had to kind of put YouTube second. Plus, with my health, any extra time I had, I was kind of just sleeping. And so, yeah, if you have like this, we've done like 12 other painting copies. So you'll see some of these later on, but I was just doing the Inktober. That was for my graphic novel class. It's been really fun. It's an elective. It's not required. I'm sure everyone out there was just like, "You fricking get to take that as a required class." No. I wish. It was just an elective class, which I do need, but not like desperately. It was just for fun. But anyway, that being a week behind, we're past halfway through the semester, and my teacher, since it's art class, was just like, "You know what? Get all of your projects to me by the end of the semester, and if I have them all by the end of the semester, we're good." So I'm technically still one painting behind. So I do still have to catch up, but it's definitely been an improvement. But I just didn't want anyone to think that I was being lazy. I wish I could know my subscribers because, like, I know that some of my family keeps up with it, so they might watch this later. I'm sure no one's gonna join. It's like, what is it? 10:45 something. I don't know. So, like, I'm sure no one's gonna join necessarily this late at night, but I do want to just clear up and let people know that I'm trying my best not to be lazy with my YouTube. I want YouTube and freelancing my art to be my future in life. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So this is really me trying to set up my future. I know I'm not making money off of YouTube now, but I really want to be able to be a stay-at-home mom and just make art videos and sell my art. That's really my 10-year goal, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't know when we're going to have kids, just not during college. I've learned that. If you can't handle going to the ER for a week, don't have a kid during college. So I am not planning on getting pregnant during college. But yeah, for the Inktober, I have finished it. I do not like all the panels. The rule for the class was that we couldn't go back and edit panels. I might, just because I don't like them. And he's already graded it. I've sent him that. But for you guys, I want to give you a better version because I know I can do better. It looks, because I was just trying something different and it looks like I was literally just lazy, and I don't like that in my art. And so we're going to try something different. And I decided that I'm going to do something slightly with like the what was it? It was like the golden thread illustration that I did a while back. It was the video, except this time I think I might do like a voiceover, but we're gonna go panel by panel and try to just put together the graphic novel like a story. I'm gonna try to put some music to it. Like, I feel like I was just kind of cheating with those quick, like 1-minute videos, and I felt like I could do better. Oh gosh, I hate this. Okay. Like, I feel like I could really just do better, to be honest. And so that's what I want to try to do, is just put something together that just shows it off in a way that I'm proud of. Because one thing about being a college student in art is that a lot of it, especially since it's project-based, is just you have to get the project done. Get it done and move on. And while I understand that for college, I don't like that as a life policy. Yes, the one I will show you guys will be slightly edited. It'll probably still not be perfect, but I still want it to be a little bit better than what I have right now. This is very interesting. But so yeah. So that's what's happening. Sorry, once again, I'm ranting. So once again, most people probably won't even watch the video this far, so if you don't, I guess it's your loss and you won't know what's happening. But I'm not going to release any of the other time lapses of the illustrations. I have them recorded, but I don't want to do a media dump on you guys. I feel like that's not fair for me to get behind and then just throw like, what is it, like 12 videos at you guys all in one day. I don't think that's fair, and I feel like that would take up a lot of my time editing those videos that I feel like people won't watch because I'll put them all up in one day. And so what's going to happen instead is, like I said, I'm going to try to put together a very professional story, I guess, of The Smallest Dragon Boy, the graphic novel I just created based off of the story The Smallest Dragon Boy. And I mean, hopefully people like it still. Hopefully I haven't completely wrecked my reputation on YouTube in the past few weeks. I know I've not been keeping up with my life properly at all. But I've been trying, I promise. But yeah, I doubt anyone will watch basically any of this, but I did want it to be out there. Just like, don't have to watch it, don't have to know about it, but I wanted it to be there in case someone wanted to watch it. And like, even my husband, bless him, is not gonna watch this. I know. He's very honest and brutal when it comes to my YouTube, and he lets me know when something's not interesting. And I know that me blabbing for an hour is not going to be interesting. These copies usually take about 2 hours. It looks all nice and pretty when you put it in a sped up time lapse, but they take a while, trust me. So I'm going to try to keep talking and keep it semi-interesting, but I did want to warn you ahead of time. Like, if you're going to watch this whole video, you're in for a long run. I'll try to talk interesting, but that's my main mental block for the night, is just keeping you updated that I am not going to be releasing the rest of those videos because I don't think that it would be very valuable to you, my viewers. And because it's not going to be valuable to you guys, I don't think it's really worth my time. That sounds lazy. Because I don't have very much free time, if I'm going to spend 20 hours editing, I'd rather spend 20 hours editing a good video rather than little tiny okay videos, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Okay. Don't know if you guys can even see the painting from there. I'm sorry if you can't. The idea was that you guys were going to be on top watching me paint, and you weren't even supposed to see me because I'm a mess. But yeah, I guess for all you girls out there dreaming about getting married, I hope my little rant didn't scare you away from getting married. But I do believe that it's important that you're like knowledgeable of what the first few months of marriage can look like. I'm not saying that you'll get your freaking appendix out. That hopefully doesn't just come with marriage. That was hopefully just me and my body being stupid, because just decided my body needed that. But yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just concentrating for this part. I usually do my voiceovers later over the video. I don't usually try to paint and talk. I realize I probably shouldn't. Also, because YouTube seems to be very cranky with how many subscribers I have, like they didn't let me do this from my phone like I mentioned. I don't know if there's actually a limit to how long this live thing can go. So if it randomly shuts off, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm going to try to take you guys to the end of the painting. I think I'm going to try to stay committed and at least take you guys to the end of the painting. Oof. Whether it be a good painting or not, we'll see. Because like I mentioned before, I have my beautiful artworks that I do, and then I have my college artworks, which is basically just art that needs to get done. Oof. I think I'm just playing a little scaredy cat right now, though. Ugh. I don't want to put down any serious colors. Keep in mind also, not that I'm making excuses for myself a little bit, the original artwork of what I'm painting right now was, like huge. This was a very big artwork. Or I don't know how big it was. I actually didn't look it up, but most artists do pretty big. So I don't know, maybe this guy didn't do it very big. But anyways, he definitely did it bigger than I'm doing. And I think he might have done watercolor, but I am not particularly apt at watercolor. So for a quick painting like this, I wanted to do something I knew I could do, whether that's lazy or not. You can decide. You can judge me or YouTube. Oh, goodness sakes. This is a very complex background. I shouldn't have picked this photo for such a simple assignment. Because that's another thing. I'm trying to do this in one night. Who knows how freaking long he got to spend on it. Just trying to... Doesn't go like that. Okay. I'm also trying something new. Because usually I do everything acrylic. But because I do things so small, my teacher suggested using spray gesso over it and then using colored pencils, which I'm not very apt at colored pencils either. But I bought a few and I bought some spray gesso, and so we're gonna get to see whether or not I make a fool of myself. Yay. Ooh. I might also not have the correct colors for this. But that's what we're here for, to watch Sarah fail at some art, right, YouTube? I'm sorry. I'm trying to have more faith for the world, but I'm also not good at watching myself paint. I am very pessimistic of my art, and I'm sorry about that if that gets you down. It's easy for me to glow about it when it's done, but they always go through an awkward teenage phase where it's hard to love them. You're just like, yep, you're okay. We're gonna pretend we like you. We will. Using my finger for a moment. Yep. Just smudge it in. That's what it looks like. Got some blue here. Oh goodness, he definitely used a medium I am not using because it does not look very correct. He's using like washes. That's where I'm going wrong. He's using washes. Hopefully this doesn't go too long. My husband's not back home yet. He went to go hang with the boys since he took a month off of college. He's been trying to spend time with the guys. And I know that. I respect that. I'm not trying to get him to hurry home. I honestly might be embarrassed if he comes home because if I chance it right, there is a chance that he won't even see this. Because he's not very good at keeping updated on YouTube. So he might not even know that this goes out. So I could be very lucky. I could be lucky and not even have him watch this if I'm lucky. I'm usually not lucky, but I could be lucky. This one freaking time, I might get lucky. Oh gosh. I just don't even know how to paint this. I should have chosen something more simple. No. Alright, it's going bluey down here. Just a little bluey. Alright, and then we're gonna get some of this going, I think. Oh goodness. We love wet acrylic. Oof. Yeah. Pretending this is what it's supposed to look like. See, that's my main problem. If I hadn't shown you what the original picture looked like, you might have actually liked this. And for all you lovely African Americans out there, I'm sorry, this is my first time painting this skin tone, so I'm sorry if it looks really bad. I'm trying. I didn't want to just put straight brown. I'm gonna do a wash of something. I need a starting point. So I'm sorry if it looks bad. I need a starting point. We all need starting points in our lives, and where I'm at right now isn't working. So I'm gonna try. Give this one. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. We're getting something. We're getting something. Whether it's good or not, it's... I'm sorry. I also get a little depressed midway through paintings. You can't tell. It just doesn't look good. And I don't know why. Oh, this is painful. I don't like it. Why is this just not working? I swear. I spent so much time learning anatomy in art class. How to draw a person. And I can't even draw a person's back. It's got so many beautiful, curves and muscle tones in it that I want to capture. And it looks stupid when I do it. This is why I like time lapses better. Because you can just put up your painting and it beautifully just comes together and looks completely effortless. But now I've surrendered myself to YouTube, and now you all know what I really go through when I try to do one of these paintings. not very pretty. I don't know. I'm also running out of things to say. This painting wasn't supposed to take this long, so I feel really bad. I'm starting to consider whether or not I should just break off the live chat at an hour. It's almost been an hour. I might break it off, finish the painting, and show you guys what it looks like, because yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. See, my husband asked me, because he watches a lot of art YouTubers, he always asks me why they say that one phrase, you gotta trust the process. This is why. Because every artist goes through that point when they want to cry because their painting looks stupid and they want to cry because they don't like it. But you have to just kind of slap your face and be like, trust the process, trust yourself. Even if it takes all night, you can get it where it needs to go. Even if it takes all night, it will get there. Whether that's true or not depends. But you have to kind of just pretend. Tell yourself that it will get there eventually. It's also taking longer to dry than I thought. So I might stop the recording just so that I can so that I can use the hair dryer and speed up the drying a little bit. Because there's certain points when I want it all to be wet so they interact properly. But right now it's kind of slipping around and not looking very good. So I think I need to have a fresh layer to work on. And I can really start making it look good. Because I don't right now. My painting doesn't. The original painting's beautiful. And that's why I hate this part of this class. Because if I was just making a painting, like, it doesn't look awesome, but I could make it look halfway decent. But I have to take it to my professor tomorrow, put it directly next to the painting I was trying to copy, and show him. And that's not... it's not something I'm comfortable with doing with this painting right now because it doesn't look good. Skin tones are almost right, I think. I also think I'm just painting thicker than whoever this was did. And I don't like... There's just a lot I don't like. Okay. Yep. So... I know at the beginning I promised to go through the completion of this painting. But I think I will start closing it off now. Because it's a minute till an hour. And I'm tired. And I want to finish this painting. But I don't want to finish with you guys watching me. This is new to me. I'd rather do this as a time lapse. But I did want to rant to you guys for a little bit. I didn't cry, so that was a good thing. But yeah, in the future, I really just want my YouTube channel. I do wish it would reflect God a little bit more. I do like reflecting God in my art a lot, even though I go to a Christian college that is not the topic for most paintings and art. So it does wear down on me a little bit that I can't choose the topics of my paintings. This isn't even my painting, I'm just copying a little of my painting. So it does get a little draining creatively. So in the future, I hope to show more hopeful and meaningful art. Not that this isn't meaningful, this is very educational, but that's not. It's my, oh gosh darn it, my computer. Oh no. Sorry. My computer was plugged in this whole time, but it wasn't plugged into the wall, so I just got a notification that my computer was about to die. So anyway, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll ever do this again. I think I'll take this down and hopefully no one will ever watch it. But I will, at the very least, show you how far I am on my painting right now. And then I'll film the rest in a time lapse, and then I'll show you guys. So it won't be the complete time lapse, but I will try to put it up. And then hopefully by Saturday, I will have the completed work, or maybe by next week, honestly, because I do want to go back and finish some panels because they look unfinished even though they were supposed to be finished. So hopefully by next week, at least, I will have the finalization of Inktober graphic novel for you guys. I shouldn't have labeled it Inktober, even though that was the theme for the class, because it is way past the end of October and I haven't finished the video, even though I finished the art. But I will show you. Sorry, this is gonna get weird for a second while I pick you up. I will show you what I have so far. So yeah, it's bad, but it's getting there. It's the beginning of a good painting. But thankfully, at least no one tried to watch this while I was live, because I probably would have freaked out and turned it off, because I've never live streamed before. But no major accidents or incidents happened. And so I will probably let this dry, because I feel like it's just getting more and more muddy, and it needs to dry before. I need to not touch myself with this much paint. It needs to dry before I can put more layers on. And I feel like that's really boring to watch. If anyone is truly interested in watching real life, like, time painting, I'd be happy to try this again when I have a better setup, because I didn't realize that YouTube was going to make me stream from my computer, so I didn't know how to properly show my painting. I need to find a way to, like, put it on a canvas maybe. But maybe we'll try this again. Maybe I'll take it down before anyone can see it. But for now, sorry if I've wasted an hour of your life. No one will probably ever watch this, but to my dad who might, thank you. Have a good night.